Do you remember the magic? That moment when a white sheet of paper slowly revealed a memory. There were no filters, no endless scrolling. Just you in that instant. This is the story of Polaroid. The icon that promised us immediacy became a billion-dollar giant, and then crumbled. But not just because of technology. There's a dark side, a corporate tragedy, and a legacy of trash that no one ever talks about. Get ready for an unfortunate journey through nostalgia, money, and garbage. Stay until the very end, because the final reflection, inspired by the Museum of Garbage, will make you see your photos in a completely different light. Let's begin. The Polaroid isn't just a camera. It's the archetype of tangible image. Its identity is that of a unique object, a physical memory that you can't just delete with a click. It's the authenticity of an unretouched, captured moment. It was born to defy the weight, to make photography an act of everyday magic. Its origin story is almost a legend. In 1943, the genius Edwin H. Land, a visionary scientist, was on a walk with his 3-year-old daughter. She asked him a simple question. Why can't I see the picture now? That question was the trigger for a revolution. Just 4 years later, in 1947, Land presented the technology to the world, and in 1948, the first Polaroid Land camera model 95 went on sale in a Boston department store. It sold out in minutes! Land wasn't just an inventor. He was the Steve Jobs of his time, a leader who turned photography into a mass phenomenon. Polaroid lived its golden age. Artists like Andy Warhol used it for his iconic portraits, elevating the camera to an art object. The technology evolved from the bulky pack film cameras to the elegant, folding SX70. It was a giant, raking in billions, with nearly half of all American households owning a Polaroid camera at its peak. Its life was a story of constant evolution until the one enemy it couldn't defeat arrived. Digital photography. But behind all that brilliance, there was a shadow. Polaroid's tragedy is twofold: financial and environmental. The company actually invented the digital technology that could have saved it, but it got stuck, complacent in its success. The giant filed for bankruptcy in 2001 and then again in 2008. Millions of cameras became useless bricks because there was no more film. And this is where we get to the part no one tells you: the environmental costs. Every single photo was a small chemical package. The film contained caustic agents like sodium hydroxide and, in older versions, even traces of lead. The modern cartridges, like the 600 type, contain a small lithium battery. When you throw it away, that whole cartridge becomes toxic e-waste. Immediacy was paid for with silent contamination. But the story doesn't end there. In 2008, a group of dreamers who called themselves the Impossible Project bought the last remaining Polaroid film factory. It was an act of love and madness. Today, Polaroid lives a second life. It's no longer a necessity, but a luxury, an act of analog resistance against the algorithm. People now pay for the imperfection, for that iconic white border, for the feeling of holding something real in their hands. Let's talk about the money. At its peak, in the late 70s, Polaroid was bringing in close to $1.4 billion annually. But the most impactful fact is its influence. That square format of the integral film, with its wide white border, became the aesthetic reference that inspired the largest digital photo platform in the world. Instagram, yes. Every time you see a square post, you're seeing an unconscious tribute to Edwin Land. Polaroid didn't just sell cameras. It sold a format that today dominates the entire attention economy. And this is where the Polaroid becomes a lesson, especially when seen through the eyes of the Museum of Garbage. What did it leave behind? Millions of used cartridges and chemicals, a legacy of silent contamination that now serves as a reminder of our throwaway culture. It's trash that's been revalued as environmental art. But on the good side, it left us with immediacy as a core value and proved that an icon can have a second life. The Polaroid is an object that went from being a mass consumption product to a historical testimony of our relationship with technology and the environment. So, What do you think? Is the magic of Polaroid worth its environmental cost? Leave me your thoughts in the comments below. If you liked this journey through nostalgia, money, and trash, subscribe for more stories that unearth the secrets of technology. See you in the next video.